I remember the exact moment my life ended. It was a Tuesday evening. My husband, Mark, sat me down on the couch. He didn't look at me. He looked at the wall. "I am leaving you, Sarah," he said. I thought he was joking. We had been married for 10 years. We had 2 beautiful children. "What do you mean?" I asked him. He finally looked at me. His eyes were cold and empty. "I am not attracted to you anymore." Look at yourself, Sarah. You have let yourself go completely. You just wear sweatpants all day. You gained weight after the baby. I need a woman who takes care of herself. His words hit me like bullets. I was a stay-at-home mom. I took care of his house. I raised his children. I cooked his meals every night. I didn't have time for the gym. I didn't have money for expensive clothes. I met someone else, he admitted. She is 23. She is fit and fun. She is everything you used to be. He packed his bags that night. He walked out the door. And he left me with nothing. No job, no savings, no confidence. I sat on that couch and cried for hours. I felt ugly. I felt worthless. I looked in the mirror and hated myself. He was right, I thought. I was just a tired, invisible mother. But that night, something changed in me. I wiped my tears away, and I made a promise to myself. I would never let a man destroy me again. The first year was hell on earth. Mark moved in with his new girlfriend. He barely paid any child support. "I have expenses now, Sarah," he said. "Get a job if you need money." So I did get a job. I got 3 jobs, actually. I cleaned houses in the morning, I waited tables in the evening, and I studied business at night. I was exhausted every single day. I barely saw my children. My hands were raw from scrubbing floors. My feet were swollen from standing. I shopped at the dollar store for food. We ate ramen noodles for dinner. Mark would come to pick up the kids. He would drive a new sports car. He would look at my small apartment, and he would laugh at me. "Look at how you live, Sarah. You really are pathetic. I made the right choice leaving you." His words fueled my fire. Every time he insulted me, I worked an hour longer. Every time he mocked my weight, I woke up earlier to run. I wasn't doing it for him anymore. I was doing it for my survival. I started a small online business, selling handmade organizers. I worked on it from midnight to 3 a.m. I was running on coffee and hope. But slowly, things started to shift. Year 2 was the turning point. My online business went viral. Orders started flooding in. I hired my first employee. I quit my cleaning job. I focused entirely on my company. I also focused on myself. I started eating healthy food. I joined a local gym. Not to be skinny for a man, but to be strong for myself. I lost the weight I wanted to lose, but more importantly, I found the confidence I had lost. I cut my hair. I bought clothes that fit me. I stopped looking at the floor. I started looking people in the eye. Mark noticed the change too. When he picked up the kids, he would stare at me a little longer. "You look different," he would say. "Did you get work done?" "No, Mark," I smiled. "I just got rid of the dead weight." Meaning you. He didn't like that answer. He stopped coming to the door. He would just honk from the street. He was losing his power over me, and he knew it. By year 4, I was unstoppable. My company hit 1 million in sales. I moved us into a beautiful house. I bought myself a nice car. I put my kids in private school. I was the CEO of my own life. And Mark? He was starting to crack. His young girlfriend left him. She realized he was broke and mean. He lost his fancy job. He was living in a small rental. Karma was coming for him, but I didn't know how close it was. Until yesterday. I was sitting in my corner office. The view of the city was beautiful. My assistant knocked on the door. "Sarah, we have interviews today for the warehouse manager position." "Okay, bring me the resumes," I said. She handed me a stack of papers. I sipped my coffee and looked through them. Candidate 1 was okay. Candidate 2 was not qualified. Then I turned to the 3rd resume. My heart stopped beating for a second. The name at the top was Mark Johnson. I recognized the address. I recognized the work history. It was him. My ex-husband applied to my company. He applied for a warehouse job, paying $15 an hour. He evidently didn't know I owned it. I kept my last name private in business. I used my maiden name, Miller. So he had no idea. He thought he was applying to Miller Logistics. I looked at his resume closely. It was pathetic. He had been fired 3 times recently. He listed sales expert as a skill. The same man who told me I was useless was now begging my company for work. I called my assistant in. Set up an interview for Mark Johnson. I will handle this one personally. The interview was set for 2 p.m. I dressed in my best power suit. I wore my expensive heels. I sat in the big leather chair. I turned the chair around to face the window, so my back was to the door. I heard the door open. "Hello?" Mark's voice said. "I am here for the interview. Please, sit down," I said. I didn't turn around yet. I heard him sit nervously. "I really need this job," he said. "I am a very hard worker. I have a family to support. My ex-wife takes all my money." I had to bite my lip not to laugh. He hadn't paid child support in months. "Is that so?" I asked. "Tell me about your ex-wife." "Oh, she is lazy," Mark said. "She never worked a day in her life. She just leeches off me. I carried her for 10 years. "I see," I said. "She sounds terrible." "Oh, she is," he continued. "She let herself go completely. She was ugly and fat. I had to leave her for my sanity." I slowly spun the chair around. "Is that what happened, Mark?" The color drained from his face. He looked like he saw a ghost. His mouth opened, but no sound came out. He looked at my suit. He looked at my office. He looked at the nameplate on the desk. CEO, Sarah Miller. "Sarah?" he whispered. You work here?" "I own this building, Mark. I built this company. While I was being lazy and raising your children." He started sweating profusely. "Sarah, I didn't know. You look amazing. I always knew you had potential. Can we start over?" I stood up and walked to the door. I opened it wide. "This interview is over, Mark. We are looking for honest people, not liars and deadbeats." "But Sarah, I need this job. I am about to be evicted. Please, for the sake of the kids." I looked him dead in the eye. "My kids are fine, Mark. They are in private school. They are happy and healthy. Because of me. Not you. Get out of my office." He walked out with his head down. The entire office watched him leave. He looked small and defeated. The man who destroyed me was now nothing to me. I went back to my desk, I shredded his resume, and I went back to work. I realized something important that day. His rejection was a gift. If he hadn't left me, I would still be on that couch. I would still be invisible. He thought he was breaking me, but he actually built me. And now I am untouchable. If you enjoyed this revenge, you will love the next story. My sister thought she was the golden child. She dropped her kids at my house and disappeared to Cabo. But she didn't know I had the police on speed dial. Click the video on screen now to see how she lost everything.